Hi. How are you? I thrifted these. Thrifted these earmuffs. It was the last day before their restock, so I picked these up. It has a little owl on it. They're not in the greatest condition. So I wanted to upcycle these. I was supposed to start this yesterday, but I went out. Then I came back and I was exhausted and decided to take a quick little nap, which turned into a long nap, which turned into bedtime. So we're starting these today. I want to do something similar to this. You remember her? This crochet upcycle. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get started. We're going to remove this knit and the faux fur so we can get to the base of the earmuffs. The base of the earmuffs are a bit misshapen. We're not gonna fret too much about that. Whoa, does that just come off? I'm curious if this just pops open, but I don't want to break it. That fully came out. This is a lot simpler than I thought. Just knit round, and then it has an elastic there. And it seems the same for the faux fur. Okay, it seems this entire thing comes out. Here's the part of the earmuff that goes over your head. As you can see, it is a bit misshapen. Some foam. And then the outer portion. The faux fur. The else. It does seem that this band part can come out, but there was some glue here, so that glue was holding this part onto the form, so maybe that prevents it from sliding back out. But it looks like at some point it was able to slide back out. I need to clean my table because these shed quite a bit. I'm going to be using chunky weight yarn, a 4mm hook. First thing I want to do is to crochet round the band. I'm going to be doing it in the green. For this step, I'm going to be following a tutorial by Lila Bjorn Crochet. I don't think I said that correctly. I apologize. So the tutorial says to start with as many chains as you need to fit round the band. They did 4, so I'm just gonna, nope, 4 is not enough. 6. Let's do 7. Then you wrap it round, slip stitch into the first chain. Okay. Then they worked in single crochets all the way around. So we are essentially working in the round. So I'm rotating it as I work, so I don't have to keep turning the band round and round. Work, twist. So I did one whole side just to try and figure it out. So let's line these up and hope that they snap into place. Oop. And they do. Beautiful. amazing, wonderful.
Brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same.
Now to show you on the other side. Let's start with the outer piece.
Making a flat circle.
What's gonna happen is that we're gonna crochet a circle that's the same size as this outer piece. We're going to start with the magic circle. Start with the yarn here. Wrap the yarn around and over. Go underneath the first loop, pull that out and twist, then grab the working yarn. So I'm going to chain one, and we're going to do 6 single crochets into the magic circle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tighten our magic circle, then slip stitch into that first loop that we made. Chain 1, and then I put a stitch marker, 2 single crochets into each stitch. Slip stitch into the first stitch to complete the round. For the third round, the first stitch is a single crochet, then the next stitch we put 2 single crochets into it, then 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets into the next stitch, and you slip stitch at the end of the row.
Round 4. Put 1 single crochet into 2 stitches and increase in the third stitch. Here an increase means putting 2 single crochet stitches into the third stitch. Repeat this all the way round, then slip stitch into the first stitch when you reach the end. Round 5. Put 1 single crochet into 3 stitches and then increase in the fourth stitch. Repeat this all the way round, then slip stitch into first stitch when you reach the end. To keep increasing the size of the circle, follow this pattern. With each new row, the number of single crochets before the increase goes up by 1. For example, round 6, put 1 single crochet into 4 stitches, then put an increase into the 5th stitch. Round 7, you would put 1 single crochet into 5 stitches, then an increase in the 6th stitch.
We've got it to the size that we want it. So we're going to do 1 row with 1 single crochet in every stitch. And then after that row, we're going to start decreasing. You can see after that round of 1 single crochet into every stitch, it's starting to curl a bit, which is what we want. Next, we're going to do 2 decrease rounds. So this is the first one. We chain 1, put our handy dandy stitch marker. We're going to do 2 stitches with 1 single crochet inside them, and then we're going to do a 2 stitch decrease. We go into the first stitch with 1 single crochet. We go into the second stitch with 1 single crochet, and now we're going to do an invisible decrease. I found this technique in an amigurumi video, and I very much like the way it looks, so that's what we're going to do. This is the view from the side. This is a view from the top. From the top, you can see that V. This is the front of the work, and the piece is facing me. I'm on this side. So this is the front loop, and this is the back loop. So we're going to be working into the front loop for this 2 stitch decrease. We're going to go into the front loop of the first stitch, and then we're going to go into the front loop of the second stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then 2 stitches with 1 single crochet in each. It's 1, 2, and then we're going to do our invisible decrease again. You can do a single crochet 2 together, which is you go through both loops, yarn over, pull through, go through both loops of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and then pull through all 3 of them. I will be doing the invisible decrease. Slip stitch to finish the round, chain 1, and this is still a decrease round, except instead of decreasing after 2 stitches, we're going to decrease after 1. Single crochet 1, 2 stitch decrease. Slip stitch to complete the round. Slip stitch into the first stitch to complete the round. Yarn over the last time and pull through. Onto her. Once again, we start with the magic loop. Okay, so we're going to repeat everything we did on this one at the beginning. So, where is this? Okay, here's the foam piece. I'm going to insert her back into her position. And I'm going to crochet a circle that is big enough to fit round here. So we got the coverage we wanted. Now here is the part where you need to pay attention. Not because it's difficult, but you need to pay attention. Now, we want this to wrap around the band and to connect to this piece so everything becomes one. You can see on this side, they're not separated. Everything is one. I'm going to chain 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we come here. I'm going to wrap this round. So I work from right to left. So I'm going to wrap it from right to left. So that way when we turn it, I can still work in that direction. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to secure the magic circle. This is the tail from the band. Ignore that. Here's our chain 4. I'm going to wrap that round. And then on this side we count 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we insert it into there. And we secure it with the slip stitch. If only I could. Okay, got it in. So I'm gonna pull that loop a little bit long so I don't lose it. Now, this is where securing this circle to the band begins. So this is the inside of the earmuff. As you can see, this piece will be attached on the outside. So this is the inside of the earmuff. So we're going to flip this up. Now, do you remember that tail? This tail that was for the band portion? We're going to use this tail and a darning needle to secure those 4 stitches that are on the inside of the earmuff. I'm going to match up the 4 stitches on the circle with the 4 stitches on the band. I'm just going to whip stitch that. So that was 1, 2, 3, and the last one, 4. Okay, so if I turn it over, you can see that it's attached. I'm going to tie a knot first. And then weave it in. So as you can see, those are attached now. Great. Now I'm going to go back to the loop. I'm going to go back to the loop where we stopped. So we're going to go around and do 1 single crochet in each stitch. When you get back to this point, we're going to connect the chain 4 that we did over here to the outside of the band. Reached our point. Is in order to connect them, we're going to go through the band first. So we've gone through the loop on the band. We're going to go through the corresponding loop on this chain here. Whew, we're in. And then we're going to do our single crochet. Okay, single crochet. We're going to do the same thing. Go through the band first on the second loop, then through the second loop on the chain. And we do our single crochet. And we'll do that for the remaining two. So I've gone through all of them, and now I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch. I'm going to pull that a bit so it doesn't unravel, and you can see that it's secured. There are no more gaps. So now we're going to start decreasing so that this can wrap around this form.
Do 2 rounds of decreases the same way as with the outer piece.
Put the foam back in.
After the 2 decrease rounds, I did 1 round of 1 single crochet in every stitch.
Finish it off. Trim. Oops, okay. Now we align them and snap. It's in place. I've acquired a head. On the leaves, I'm gonna use the same green yarn for the stems. Just gonna pick random points on the head. So inserting the hook into the top, grabbing that loop and pulling through. Chain 13. The 13th one is for turning. Next thing we're going to do is to single crochet into 12. There's my crochet 12. I'm going to slip stitch it into the base of the band and then finish it off. With this lighter green, we're going to do the rest of the leaf. We're going to insert our hook into the loop there at the bottom, pull the yarn through. I'm going to start with a chain 3. So those are our 4 treble crochets. So I don't want them to be just flying in the air, so I want to slip stitch them down onto the headband, line it up. I'm gonna go through the band and slip stitch it down, so now it won't be flying everywhere. Slip stitch into the first stitch on the other side, 2 single crochets, 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, 4 treble crochets, chain 3, and then connect it to the base. So we're doing the opposite of what we did on this side.
have a great time.